We are here to tell you guys about a very serious problem that's affecting us here in the Twin Cities.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, absolutely. And that is actually a severe housing shortage, guys. Housing inventory is at an all-time low. And if you are thinking, like, even have an inkling at all in your mind about maybe upgrading with us, or just, maybe you're downgrading. Maybe your house is too big and there's just too much to take care of, yards and all of that, and you want to move to a different lifestyle. Well, we are here to help. So, we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit because we've got so many, literally like every day, guys. We are talking to so many home buyers who are wanting to get out of the rental rat race and, really be able to buy their own home, call a place their own, paint it purple, do whatever they want to it. But so, if you're thinking at all about, getting your home on the market, a couple first steps, of course, feel free to give us a call. We're happy to. In fact, right before this video, I was able to, I talked to a gal that I talked to actually last year about potentially putting her home on the market, and now they're thinking that they're about ready because they had to do a couple little minor repairs, like some painting, updating a little bit of flooring here and there, and they're ready to, one, find out what they're qualified for, two, find out how much we can sell their house for. So of course we can figure out how much money they'll have to put down towards their next home, okay? But those are essentially just the first steps. It's just a simple conversation, no pressure or anything. But we wanted to share a little bit about home buyers that, Steph and I and Arya, who's not with us right now, but we've been kind of spanning the whole Twin Cities, working with all of these buyers looking for that next home.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Steph, why don't you tell me about a few of the buyers, and, you don't have to name them or anything, but just, tell me about a few of the buyers that you are taking out to look at homes and kind of what they're looking for, what their expectations are. So we've got lots of different families. Again, I want to thank, people like Jenny Lee. She referred her sister over to us. So I'm pretty excited to meet additional family members. And we are working with, her sister to look for a place. There are some buyers that are looking in that, like I was counting, we have about 5 different families actually that are looking either in the east or west, northwest metro, looking at under $300,000 is ideally what they're looking for. And these are, homes that are 3 to 5 bedrooms potentially. They don't have to be like, picture perfect or anything. Every home, of course, always needs a little bit of, a little bit of TLC just to make it all of your own, of course. We even have up to 7 different buyers right now, looking even upwards of $400,000. And we're still, again, with the limited inventory, as soon as a home comes on the market, I joke that every spring you got to put your running shoes on.
Yes. Literally.
Yeah, literally. And then, of course, with COVID affecting our showing schedules. I mean, usually I like to request home showings. Like, I like to take you to look at 4 to 6 homes at a time. If there's really only one that you like, sure, we can look at that, but it's nice to kind of compare and contrast. House 1 is great because of this, and this, but watch out for this, and this, right? And house 2 is this. So I usually like to book the most efficient route, so we're not driving like crisscrossing the Twin Cities, but we definitely have been doing that now. I remember I spent one Saturday like going from Andover to Coon Rapids to Blaine and back and forth again, just simply because we're so limited in the number of showing appointments that are available. We normally get a leisurely 1-hour showing at these homes where you can kind of walk around, look at everything on the inside, on the outside, imagine, can I live here? What do the mechanicals look like? Is it going to be a money pit? And right now they're shortening those showings to as low as 15 minutes.
15 minutes, guys.
And it's just like, get in, get out, gunshot. What's your gut feeling? Do you like this house? So it is a lot of pressure for buyers, which is why I encourage you to get out, with your agent, with us hopefully, and look at as many homes as you can. So that way you really can kind of whittle down the search and be like, okay, I totally love this kind of house. I know what this house looks like. If it's a rambler, I understand what is a rambler. What does that mean? How much space is too much? How much space is too little? And I just can't see myself living there. That way, if you are faced with, when you find the one, you can really make a good decision on what kind of offer you would like to present to the seller, so that the seller would like to pick your offer versus others. So really, the first step is honestly to reach out and just get some information, about like, hey, what could I maybe afford in my next home, so I can prepare myself to do that. In addition to that, are there things I need to do in my home now? So I'm reaching out to all of you clients, that I worked with over the last, since 2009, guys. I'm talking about you. So if you're thinking at all, please let me know. I'm never too busy to chat with you, and as it is, we're still meeting buyers, every week, multiple buyers. I mean, we made a list.
Yeah.
It was actually a list of all of the different buyers that we're working with. Again, everybody's got different price points they're looking at. They're looking at specific areas. But we're working with over 20 buyers right now who are literally just waiting for your home to come on the market.
Yep. So put your home on the market.
Yep.
It's a great time to sell, guys.
Yes, absolutely. And then just for home buyers, some reality things that I want you guys to focus on is that, as we're out there looking for homes, don't expect there to be many concessions, unfortunately, coming from the seller, right? There are down payment assistance programs. There are some programs available through cities that will help you maybe with some of your down payment, closing costs. Like there's Minnesota housing available if you qualify for it. But unfortunately, with a seller, if we're asking for just simply too many things, sometimes the seller will just think, well, I'll just wait for another buyer who doesn't need $8,000 in closing costs to be paid from the seller, because literally they're opening their checkbook and taking that money and moving it from their side of the settlement statement over to your side, so you don't have to bring that money to closing. But we, should be looking at 401ks, maybe gifts from people that are wanting to, family members anyway, who are wanting to help you make this big step. But there was actually a story. I remember I seen a post online about someone was saying they were looking at homes and the houses were selling for about $175,000. This was just literally probably 3 to 4 years ago, and at the time the buyer had thought, these home prices are just so high, I'm probably just going to rent, right? That same house they were looking at now is now selling for $100,000 more. So that means that the payment is roughly $600 more, than it was back in like 4 years ago. And so that home price has gone up so much in value, whereas like if you think about it, that same buyer has been renting for the last 4 years, and all of that rental money just goes to the landlord. And I'm a landlord, so I'm happy, to be able to provide housing. Yeah. But if you can own your own home, where it's really yours, and this is just, an actual asset, something you can leave behind for your kids, just something that's going to typically appreciate in value. Why wouldn't you have that opportunity? When the interest rates are as low as they have been in so many years, and just makes so much more sense to buy versus renting. So. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the majority of what I had to, talk with you guys about today. So thanks for joining us on our live. And, one of the other things that we thought about suggesting for buyers is that in this market of low inventory, the first place I'd look is probably new construction, just simply because, yes, while we can buy maybe a less expensive home that is pre-owned, or maybe could be 40, 60 years old, potentially, if you qualify, we could potentially, go and not have to compete against so many buyers. Maybe drive a little bit further, maybe 10 to 15 minutes farther than you were originally thinking of buying. However, you could buy potentially a brand new home in a new construction development. And, it's a great idea, for instance, to buy a home maybe with an unfinished basement, and you can put in some sweat equity yourself later on. You don't necessarily have to do the work yourself, you can hire it out. But at least you'd have a brand new home with a 10-year warranty, and you'd be able to, have that standard of lifestyle that maybe you're looking for, and not have to constantly be making 4, 5, 6 offers before you actually get your offer accepted. But, feel free to reach out, guys. You guys have any questions, I'm here to help as always. Remember, ask Nancy anytime. And thanks for, chilling with me and stuff today for a few minutes, and have a wonderful day. All right, guys.
Bye, guys.